Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. This is a quick foam roll and stretch to get the body moving and functioning more efficiently. Whether you're just getting up in the morning, taking a break from sitting at a desk, or settling down for the evening, this is a quick way to chase away those aches. So let's get started. We're going to start out in child's pose, the knees apart, feet together, and then just have your roller longwise across the mat. And then you're going to place your hands on the roller, and we're just going to start with a great stretch for the low back and the shoulders. So place your hands on the roller and start to lean forward, melting your belly between your thighs, extending the arms, and just feel that nice stretch in the back and the shoulders, the armpits. Maybe let your head go to the floor. And then here, take a couple breaths here and in and out through the nose. One more breath. And then slowly come up all the way. And we're just going to turn over so our backs can go towards the roller, and we're going to bring our shoulder blades right down onto that roller, right in the middle of those shoulder blades, and then bring the fingertips behind the ears. So you support the neck, leaning backwards onto that roller, feel the body curving over it, place your feet flat on the floor, knees bent. We're going to lift the hips and then roll yourself to the top and the bottom of those shoulder blades. Just a nice little natural chiropractic adjustment, waking up the body. And then bring the elbows in towards the forehead and tuck your chin slightly. Get a little bit more into those muscles along the spine. One more. And then slowly open those elbows back up. Find the middle of those shoulder blades and then lower those hips to the floor. We're going to drop into our right hip, rolling towards that right shoulder and armpit, and just do a gentle rock side to side. Continue holding your head with your right hand, keeping the elbows wide. Just trying to open it up, loosen it up. If you're missing lymph nodes, you want to just stay back in those shoulder blades. One more. And then we're going to turn over and we're going to go to the left side. We'll just pivot up to the center and then drop those knees to the left and then roll onto the left side, keeping the hands wide again and just a gentle rock. And noticing the difference. Maybe one armpit or shoulder blade has a little more sensitivity to it. And again, same thing on this side. If you're missing lymph nodes, be mindful of not to go into that area and just stay back in the shoulder blade. You can always just do a little up, down, or side to side. Just loosening things up, and then come all the way back towards the center. And then we're going to place our forearms on the roller and push yourself all the way up. And then we're going to pull the roller nice and close. You're going to place your hands on the roller, walk your feet in nice and close, and then use the core and the muscles to lift yourself up onto that roller. And you're just going to lean over to one side. I'm going to start on my left because I'm facing this way. Tilt your body towards that side that you're leaning on. And then whatever leg, like on my left, so I'm going to cross my left ankle over my right thigh. So you're leaning on that one side and then leg crossed and then roll to the top and the bottom of that glute. Now if you find a trigger point or a tender spot, just gently pull that knee up and down as you're gently pressing into that spot, that crystallized tissue or trigger point, and then move on. Again, if you find another spot, just moving that knee up and down. Really massaging out those glutes. One more. Now we're going to do one little extra. You're going to drop to your elbows, and you're going to extend that leg straight out. And again, just do a gentle little roll forward and back. Find the top of the glutes, do a gentle rock side to side into that TFL. So that helps with the rotation of the hip, keep you moving. And then release, pull that knee in, and sit ourselves all the way back up, and we're just going to go to the other side. Now when you're leaning on to the other butt cheek and the arm is on the floor, I'm on the right now, so you're going to bring that right knee up, cross it over the left thigh, and you're going to roll to the top and bottom of that glute. Forward and back. And just notice what you feel on this side. Bring that knee up and down. If there's any tender spots. Just a great way to get the body moving. Warming it up. Now you're going to go towards the top of that glute. Go ahead and drop onto the elbow. Straighten out that right leg. Draw yourself down and up on that glute a couple times. Go back to the top of the glute and then rock into the right side of the hip and then back towards the glute. So getting a little into the side of that hip there, that TFL. And one more. And then we're going to pull that right knee in and up, and then you're going to push yourself all the way up, and then you're going to have a seat in front of the roller. And extend those legs straight out, and then pull that right knee in and just give it a squeeze and a hug, stretching it out. Maybe take that right arm behind you and just get a nice little stretch in those hips. Very important to keep the hips and the glutes stretched and mobile. We're going to release and do the other side. So stretch out that left leg, hug it into the chest, sit up nice and tall, flex your right foot, and then twist to the left. And notice the difference. Maybe one glute or hip is tighter than the other. And then we're going to release. Moving on, we're going to bring that roller underneath the knees and go onto the calf muscles. So bring that roller all the way towards the ankles, and then you're going to slide your body forward and back, lifting yourself up. If that is very challenging to lift your body, then just bend and straighten those legs. We're going to do both at the same time to start out with, and then just draw the body forward and back. And then turn both legs to the right and then to the left, massaging them out. Now, if you've had plantar fasciitis before, great way to just get your day started so you don't have pain. Cross your left ankle over your right, and then roll all the way up and down the center. So you're getting a little more pressure, and then if you feel a knot, you just stop on that knot and rotate the ankle. And then just move on from that. And then also do the outside edge, tilting the leg to the right, and draw that roller all the way up and down the whole side of that leg, rotating that ankle, and then take it to the inside, rolling it forward and back. And again, you can always just bend and straighten the leg and keep the hips on the floor if it's too much on the wrist. And you can also go to your elbows or lay on your back. Rotating that ankle. And then you can always go back to areas that are challenging. Then go ahead and go to the other leg. So we're going to cross the right ankle over the left, and you're going to roll all the way up that calf, down back to the ankle. We're not going behind the knee, but we get really close to it. Rotate that ankle, find any trigger points, and then turn that whole leg to the left. So you go along the outside edge, sliding or bend and straighten, circling the ankle, and then turn both legs to your right. So now you're going along the inside edge. Just a great way, again, to loosen things up. It helps with the knee mobility and also the ankle and prevents plantar fasciitis. After you are done with both of those legs, we're going to transition. We're going to really stretch that out, and it's just also a great way. So come to tabletop, and then you're going to tuck your toes, and you're going to lift your hips. And then just walk out your feet, pedal them out, downward facing dog. Shift those hips and just really feel that stretch in the calf muscles. Maybe press the right foot down towards the mat, cross your left ankle over the right, and just notice the stretch. You can even bend the knee and pull that heel up and down off of the floor, get a little extra stretch in the ankle. And then switch sides. Right foot over left, and then move those hips side to side. And you can also bend and straighten that knee and notice what you're feeling in the ankle. And then release. Pedal out the feet one more time. Feel that nice stretch in the calf. And then we're going to lower our knees to the floor, and we're going to transition to quads. So you're going to bring the roller right above the knees and then go ahead and drop to the elbows. And you're just going to roll yourself forward and back. You want to go very slowly. You roll forward and back about an inch. That's it. Because you want to just target that area right above the knees. Maybe tilt your body a little to the right and then a little bit to the left. So you notice where the pressure changes on that thigh, and then find your middle again, and then walk the elbows back an inch. So the roller goes up the thigh an inch, and then we go forward and back again, about an inch rolling, and then tilt your body a little to the right, and again forward and back a few times. It can be 2, 4, 6 times, whatever feels okay to you. And then tilt your body the other way to the left. So now it's more on the outer front of the left leg and the inner thigh of the right. And then we come back to center and walk the elbows back again. So the roller is slowly moving up those thighs, forward and back an inch. The thighs can be one of the most challenging areas, especially if we sit a lot, if you have a desk job, or just work on your computer at home a lot, or drive a lot. Now you're going to tilt your hips to the right, do a gentle roll forward and back. And then gently roll your hips to the left, forward and back. And then you're going to walk the elbows back further, and you're going to go forward and back on the quads. You might find some sticky spots, trigger points. And then tilt your hips to the right, forward and back. And then all the way to the left, forward and back. Again, this is the area you really want to go slow on. Well, every area you want to go slow, but especially the quads. And then walk your elbows back, and you just keep going as high up as you comfortably can on those thighs. And then tilt your body to the right. And then all the way to the left. And then back to center, a little higher. Now if you are at the place where you can't go any higher, then you would just slide off into child's pose. Otherwise you can finish right, and you can go to the left. And then when you're done, we're going to slide off the back. And then bring your knees apart, feet together. And let's take a child's pose so we can stretch those quads over the knees. Bring the roller in front of us, arms on the roller, and stretch out the back as well. And take a breath here. You want it to feel so good. One more breath. And then when we come up, we're going to turn the roller longwise. And we're going to use it for balance. And then take your right leg and I want you to bring it way out in front of you. So next to the roller, and you can use the roller again for balance, and you're gonna hinge the hips forward, making sure your right knee is over the ankle. You don't wanna be here because this is a lot of pressure on the knee. It's a great ankle stretch, but right now what we're doing is we wanna over the ankle, the knee, and then that back hip, the left hip, is what we're really stretching out. So you're gonna walk your hands up onto the thigh, or you can leave your hands on the roller. So you're stretching out that back left hip. And just feel that stretch, because we just rolled those quads, so we want to stretch it all the way up into the hip. Find your breath, and then we're going to release. And then go ahead and switch legs. So bring that right leg back, bring the left leg forward. And when you hinge forward, again, make sure your knee is over the ankle. Use that roller for support, and then walk yourself up. And then you're hinging your hips forward so that right hip flexor now is stretching. You can push into the top of your right foot so there's no pressure on that knee. And you're welcome to have a pillow or blanket under your right knee. Just feel that nice stretch. And now we're going to release, and we're going to turn over, and now we're going to lay longwise on that roller. So you're going to turn all the way over. Make sure you're sitting at the very end of your roller, all the way at the end. So then when you lay back, your head is completely on that roller. And then your shoulder blades are kind of pinching the roller. They are kind of, you want them to hug it. And then bring both arms up to the side and walk your feet about hip distance apart. Now you only have about 6 inches to fall. If you roll off, just climb back on. So pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then take your right arm and reach it over your head, left arm reaching towards your feet, and then switch sides. Left arm comes over, right arm goes towards your feet, and then continue that rotation, kind of like you're massaging along the inside of those shoulder blades. And maybe you have something going on there and you can feel it. It's also a great shoulder warm-up. Continue reaching those arms. Making sure you're back, maybe push your belly into the spine, you're back into that roller. Engaging that core. Couple more, reach and extend. And then we're going to bring both arms up to the sky, palms face in, and then open them wide. And then bring them up like you're going to give yourself a hug, crisscross them, open wide, and then bring them in and crisscross them, and open wide, and let them rest on the floor this time. Palms up, looking up at the sky, and just feel that nice stretch through the chest and the biceps. And then slowly sweep your arms over your head, back of the hands still on the floor, really stretching things out. And then slowly sweep your arms back out to the side like a snow angel. And this time come all the way down by your hips. And then turn your palms down. And then go to have your fingers like tent. So just your fingertips are on the floor. No elbows, no palms now. Push your back into the roller. We're going to challenge and wake up our core now to keep us going through the day. Bring your right knee up to 90 degrees. And then bring your left knee up. Push your back into the roller. Find that stability. Embrace the shakiness. And again, if you fall off, just get back up. And you're going to tap your right toe to the floor and bring it back up. Try the left toe and bring it back up. Let's try the right heel and bring it back up. And now the left heel and bring it back up. One more time, each side, right toe, left toe, and then right heel and left heel. Now you're going to bring the feet and knees together and start to twist your hips side to side like a little boat rudder. So it just wakes up the body, wakes up our nervous system, the core gets a little bit warmed up, and our brain also fires up the brain back to center. And then extend both legs to the sky. And then a little ankle rotation. And then the other direction. Point and flex. And then point your right toe and then very slowly let the legs start to lower towards the mat, keeping it straight, keeping your back pushed into the roller. Once the foot gets either close to the floor or even touches it, then you can slowly start to bring it back up. Keep your back pushed into the roller, and then we're going to do the other leg. Slowly lower. Again, warming up the core, getting our bodies ready to go. And then slowly bringing it up. Squeeze the knees and the feet together, and then bend the knees, and then slowly lower the feet to the floor. Placing both feet on the floor. Relax the arms. And then lift the head, and you're going to roll yourself off of the roller. And just roll it behind you and sit up nice and tall. So just a quick morning roll and stretch to get us going. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, palms to heart space. Namaste.